All right, so on YouTube, Terex, it's not in English to set them up, the LMI and stuff. So it's fairly simple. I'm going to start the machine. The only thing that's going to be different is we're going to avoid the annoying whining sound for the air pressure building up. That's what that noise is. But pretty much every T-Rex is pretty much the same. And everyone I've searched for was not in English, and it pissed me off. So I kind of just used my brain and just watched what they were doing and kind of put it together. So it cycles through, start the crane up, right? Turn the key, just like any normal crane. You let the LMI cycle through, and then turn the key fully, crank it. So I'm going to show you pretty much before I do my daily inspection. So right now, the configuration I had it in was what I had it in from yesterday. All of these points here is what you would choose depending on your setup and what configuration you need it to be in. So I'm just going to go back to that configuration and show you what it was. So I'm on full extend. I'm picking from the auxiliary head, single part line, and using my front winch. So auxiliary head, which is the rooster shift, single part line, which is the front winch. That's that right there too. And I'm on full outriggers, which I am not. So to take you through everything, you want to hit your little wrench. Now this is the entire crane setup, and you can set it up for tires. Now tires will take you to rigging and traveling mode. This is if you're going to move the crane, right? So we'll do it for shits and giggles. So now when I go home, it's ready for rigging and travel. That means it's fully, you're in full override. You can run the goddamn boom and pill into the shivs. Hold on, this motherfucker. I can't move this crane without somebody moving me. You gotta get up with the guys that work here. I can't just move it by myself. Sorry, buddy. Talk to the supervisor's name is Eric. Eric. The supervisor, his name is Eric. Yeah. You talk to Eric, and I just gotta get somebody to spot me. Well, that was retarded because he didn't understand anything I said. So, like I was saying, rigging and traveling, you can boom it flat to 0. I don't believe this crane goes past 0. If it does, it's not by much. But it's in full override. You can do whatever, and it's in full override. It's done that way so when you boom down and you're traveling, when you hit the 2 block, it'll continue to cable up so you can get all the space you need to get under something. Alright, so now let's set it up as if we're on full outriggers. So you go back to the wrench, and then you're on outriggers, and that'll bring up pretty much anything. If you want to change something, you can change your parts line here. You decrease it, increase it, decrease it, whatever. Get out of that. If you want to change your pick points, excuse me again, ladies and mullets, you can pick from, come on buddy. Okay, there it goes. So it changed to the block. It changed back to the auxiliary. And then if you want to go jib, there's no jib because I don't even have a jib stove. So it wouldn't work. But that's what you do. The boom mode, for whatever reason, there's no configuration. It's a live boom. it's not it's not pin lock, so you're good on that. And then stowed, I got nothing stowed, but it'll come up, and then you can hit no jib stowed, because if you leave it on there, it becomes a deduction. And that's pretty much it. After you've got it all set up, you hit the home button, and then you're pretty much done. Now, so you're not confused, to explain, oh, if you want to change on the fly from either your block to your pill, it's this button right here. So I'm picking off my whip line, my auxiliary, and I don't need to change it to the block. And I do have a rooster sheave or an auxiliary sheave. So this is what you're good for, which is obviously also your line pull. That's how many parts of line you may have, and that's your current deductions. Now the Terex, when you boom down, you boom up, you scope out, this number will change, and you already know how this number will change as you increase radius. It'll go down. So this is how much foot of boom, your boom length. This button, this number here is your degree, your boom degree, and this is your radius. This thing is pretty simple. It's a piece of shit, but it's a pretty simple crane to set up. As far as all the other buttons, let's see what we got here. I just ate breakfast. So this is how you run your outriggers. This is to run them out and down. This is to run them up and in. So you hold this while picking each button. So your outsides are your stabilizers, your floats, and your cylinders. These on the inside are your beams. So if you hold this other button here, or here, you hold it down while pressing the inside, the outrigger beams will run out. And then you still holding that other button down, and then you hold this, and that'll run your stabilizer down. So that's pretty simple. You can change it to rabbit. These are your rabbit or turtle. These are your different, why do I always fuck this up? Fuck it. Anyway, it's the different configurations of the tires. So here's 4 all-wheel steer. This is front wheel steer, and this is crab mode. Wherever you toggle to, that's where it'll go. Right now, this crane is a piece of shit. I'm gonna keep saying that. It doesn't like anything besides front wheel, and that's because it's the easiest to turn, because if you have it in any other mode, you will not be able to turn it to the right. This crane is just a piece of shit that way. So, as is any crane, your swing is always to your left. So I have the house lock on because my swing brake don't work, but I'm not going to demonstrate that. But if I take this lever and move it to the left, I'll swing left. If I take it and move it to the right, it'll swing right. Right, you swing towards the boom. Boom's on the right hand side. So as far as the auxiliary and the block, I'm going to cable up as a demonstration because that's the first thing you should do as per AJ Furman. And it's cold here. Reason being, if your drum freezes, you don't want it to backlash because the cables are frozen and you're trying to cable down and it just unspools. So I cable up. You pull it back to you, that's cabling up. And you always want to check your 2-block, but most of you guys should know that. And she'll stop. Now, on the right hand side, this is your block. Obviously, you cable your block up. Give it a little throttle, it goes a little faster. I'm just checking my 2 blocks right now. Might as well do it. And then she'll come in, and then she'll start winding and take it back down. So this button is to shut off your block from going up and down. This button is to make it go faster, turtle or rabbit or turtle. I keep it in turtle because I'm not using it. Same for the other side. Same deal. This is your scope in and out, and this is your brake, and this is your throttle. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty simplistic. It's simple. It's nothing spectacular. The only thing, this crane is a 70 ton. It's the RT 670, I think -1. The heating system is stupid. You can't see it, but there's a little toggle switch down here where you click it up. It's an igniter because it's propane. Then the bottom knob is your heat and AC. You turn it all the way to the right. That's the heat. One over is AC. And the top knob is your fans. And this is your temperature. Right now, I'm turning the heat up because it's getting a little chilly. And obviously everything is normal. This, I couldn't tell you what the fuck this was for, and I haven't found it in the manual. I could have skipped over it because I have looked at it multiple times. But my e-stop don't work. That's your swing brake, and pretty much that's your defroster for the front window, your park button, and your lights, which my gauge lights, some of them work, some of them don't. This crane is a piece of shit. And I don't have no headlights and taillights, or taillights. So that's pretty much it for this crane. It's a shitty design, but hey, ladies and mullets, if it's making you money, it's making you money. But I figure I'd throw this out there. I'm gonna go ahead and finish eating my breakfast because I had a little taco earlier, and then I got some more stuff, and then I'm gonna finish my paperwork. And that's it. Y'all have a good one, ladies and mullets. Hopefully this will help. I'll try to do a few more of these because it helps me out. Because a crane is a crane is a crane is a crane. Anybody tell you different, they're full of shit. All the functions are the same. This one, I forgot to tell you, this is to boom up. And this one's to boom down. And that's it. But a crane is a crane with the functions. You gotta learn that thing. And most of the time, once you learn that, that'll give you a little bit of time to get set up and at least run a little bit of stick out, get you some time to read the operator's manual. Always read your operator's manual. Always read the operator's manual. It'll tell you everything from how to change a light bulb to what codes are being screamed at you. So always read your operator's manual, man. You know, don't get in and get lax if you're not familiar with the crane. All right, ladies and mullets, I'm out of here. That was just a little quick tutorial. Oh, another note is you can get into a 55-ton Terex, an 80-ton Terex, a 100-ton Terex, and they will all be different. I tell you, this is one of the worst cranes ever manufactured. But excuse me, you run one Terex, it's pretty much the same, but they just start changing shit, different tonnage. It's stupid because I've gotten into an 80-ton Tadano, 100-ton Tadano, and down is fine. The only thing different about 120 and up is obviously its pin lock. But y'all have a good day. It's Saturday, ladies and mullets. Stay safe, put God first, you already know.